every known and shown experiment in Lilo and Stitch. We've made it to the 4 series, and what's interesting about the 4 series is that we only have seen 2 of them, and they are considered the top secret experiments where most of them were failures, so they just don't exist anymore. Experiment 455 is Mary, and she was designed to basically be Jumpa's bouncer in his lab to get people out of there. She hip checks them to get them out. And then the second one, experiment 489, known as Hugger, can squeeze the life out of someone. So we're moving on to the 5 series where there is 18 known experiments there. Experiment 501 is Yin, and experiment 502 is Yang. Yin can use water, Yang can use fire, and together they can actually make new land. It's kind of like Groudon and Kyogre in a way. They're like rivals, but they end up teaming up. Experiment 505 is known as Plute. He can flood entire cities with like the sludge that comes out of him. And the more trash and items he collects, the bigger he gets. Experiment 507, known as Woody, is able to eat wood with his pincers. Experiment 509 is Sprout and can become a force of like devastation and will continue to grow, and that's how Sprout ended up so giant. Experiment 513, known as Richter, can cause earth-shattering earthquakes with his tail. Experiment 515, Deforestator, can cut down entire forests. Experiment 519, known as Splat, he can flatten entire cities. Experiment 520 is known as Cannonball, and by jumping he can cause island-destructive tsunamis. Experiment 521 is named Wrapper, and he could wrap things up like a mummy with his tail tape. A fan favorite, Experiment 523, known as Slushy, can freeze land with his breath and obviously can control ice. Experiment 529 is known as Digger. He can dig and drill holes through planets. Experiment 531, which is this little guy right here, known as Hissy. We don't know what he can do or what his powers are, but I guess he could make a good sandwich like Reuben. Experiment 533 is known as Blowhard. Can immobilize any object by pushing air at it with his nose, like a kite. Experiment 540, known as Foon, can create massive typhoon like waves, and was accidentally made giant by Jumba, but then went back to the small form later. Experiment 544 is known as Thresher, and can thrash crops with these appendages arm things. We have Experiment 566, known as Derek, I love that name, and he can drill potholes. And lastly, for the 5 series is Experiment 586, known as Tank. He's designed to eat metal, and the more metal he eats, the bigger he gets. The 5 series were known to be elemental and environmental like disruptors. That's why they actually could destroy a lot of civilizations.